Sometimes you don't need a huge stage, a sold-out concert, or a viral performance to see what makes an artist special. Sometimes all it takes is a baggage claim at an airport. And that's exactly what happened when Allan unexpectedly crossed paths with SB19 at Los Angeles International Airport. What started as an ordinary moment at the airport turned into an experience that left him genuinely impressed and eventually inspired him to share the story with other Aiton. According to Allan's Facebook post, he was at the baggage area of Los Angeles Airport when he noticed the 5 members of SB19. But here's the interesting part. At first, he didn't even realize they were there. Why? Because they weren't surrounded by an enormous crowd or demanding special attention. They were simply there, waiting for their luggage. Allan explained that when he first saw them, he assumed they might have traveled to the United States for a vacation. He didn't immediately notice a large entourage of assistants or other people taking care of everything for them. He was simply waiting for his own baggage when he realized exactly who he was looking at. SB19, one of the biggest Filipino groups to emerge internationally. And yet, there they were, apparently waiting at the baggage claim, just like everybody else. That realization made Allan curious enough to look into what they were actually doing in Los Angeles. And that's when he discovered that the group wasn't simply there for a casual vacation. They had an event and a performance scheduled. When he looked at them again, he noticed that there actually were people accompanying them. Some appeared to be connected to the production, while others could have been backup dancers, road managers, or assistants. But what really caught Allan's attention wasn't the size of their team. It was how the members themselves behaved. He was struck by the fact that, despite everything SB19 has accomplished, they didn't appear to be carrying themselves like celebrities who expected special treatment. And that was the part that really impressed him. Think about how different that could have looked. 5 internationally recognized performers arrive after a long flight. They could easily have someone else handle their luggage. They could have stayed somewhere separate from everyone else. They could have expected people to clear the way for them. Instead, Allan saw them waiting, patiently, for their bags. And to him, that was remarkable. He went on to compare their behavior with what he has observed in the entertainment industry. His point was that fame can sometimes change people. An artist becomes successful, and suddenly there are assistants everywhere. People start doing ordinary tasks for them. Sometimes, according to Allan, the entourage can even begin behaving as though the celebrity is entitled to special treatment everywhere they go. But he said SB19 gave him a completely different impression. He basically looked at the 5 members and thought, wow, these guys have achieved so much, and yet they still seem grounded. That's where his admiration for the group became even stronger. Allan mentioned that he had encountered and worked around SB19 before, including at shows, hallways, rehearsal studios, and other places. And from those experiences, he says their fame simply doesn't seem to have gone to their heads. That's a powerful compliment, because anyone can appear humble when cameras are pointed at them. Anyone can give a polished interview and say the right things. But moments like an airport baggage claim are different. There isn't necessarily a stage. There isn't a prepared speech. There isn't a spotlight. It's just real life. And according to Allan, that's where he saw something that impressed him. He even joked that he wanted to take a picture with the members. But there was one problem. They had been on the same flight, and he knew they were exhausted. So although he believed they probably would have agreed to a photo, he decided not to disturb them. He understood that after traveling, performing, and dealing with the demands of their schedule, sometimes even the biggest fans need to give artists a little space. Allan admitted that he eventually recorded some video footage from the encounter, and this is another interesting part of his post. He apologized for doing so without their consent. He openly acknowledged that he didn't want to come across as a stalker or someone invading their privacy. Instead, he explained that his fanboy side simply took over. He wanted to document what he was seeing because, in his eyes, it was another example of just how humble SB19 remained despite their success. And then came the message that may resonate most strongly with Allan. Allan essentially said that the fans didn't make a mistake by supporting SB19. That's a significant statement, because SB19's journey has been about much more than becoming successful musicians. Their story has also been about perseverance, hard work, and representing Filipino talent on increasingly bigger stages. So when someone encounters them away from the spotlight and comes away impressed by their character, it can mean just as much as praise for their music. And that's exactly what makes this airport story interesting. There was no dramatic confrontation. There was no extravagant celebrity entrance. There wasn't even a planned fan interaction. Instead, there was something much simpler. 5 members of SB19 waiting for their luggage after a flight. And for Allan, that ordinary moment revealed something extraordinary. Their achievements may have grown. Their international recognition may have grown. Their stages may have become bigger. Their audience may now stretch far beyond the Philippines. But according to this first-hand account, their attitude hasn't changed with their success. They can still wait for their own bags. They can still stand among other travelers. They can still remain grounded. And perhaps that's the real reason this story is resonating with fans. Because success isn't only about how loudly people celebrate you when you're on stage. Sometimes it's about who you are when nobody is asking you to perform. And at LAX, Allan says he saw exactly that side of SB19. Not just the performers, not just the celebrities, not just the internationally recognized Filipino group, but 5 tired travelers waiting patiently for their luggage after a long journey. And that simple moment left a lasting impression. For Etienne, it's another reason to look at SB19 and say, you really haven't let fame change you. And perhaps Allan's final message captures the whole story best. The people who chose to support SB19 didn't choose them simply because they became famous. They supported them because of who they are. And moments like this make that support feel even more meaningful. SB19 may be getting bigger around the world, but according to this airport encounter, they haven't forgotten how to stay grounded.